Maher Assad's wife, the sister-in-law of deposed Syrian President Bashar Assad, recently made headlines with a shocking public statement. This came just days after she fled Syria, leaving the world buzzing with emotions and questions. What drove her to take such a bold step? How did her marriage to one of the most ruthless members of the Assad family impact her father's fate? And what led to Maher Assad's downfall, and what's next for him? Stick around until the end of the video to uncover the truth behind these dramatic events. Before get started, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's dive in. After the Assad regime collapsed in December 2024, family members scattered across the globe to avoid retribution. Bashar Assad, along with his wife Asma and their children, sought refuge in Moscow. Initially, Bashar planned to move to the United Arab Emirates, following in the footsteps of his sister Bushra, who relocated there in 2012. However, the UAE rejected his request, fearing global backlash. Surprisingly, even Bashar's own relatives were unaware of his escape plans. He kept his younger brother, Maher Assad, an elite military commander, completely in the dark. Left to fend for himself, Maher fled to Iraq by helicopter, but didn't make it far. Maher Assad was eventually captured at the Syria-Lebanon border. We'll dive into his situation later. The real shock came from his wife, Manal, who stunned the public with a bold Instagram post. She shared an image of the Syrian revolution flag captioned, "Despite the will of those who betrayed their family and homeland, long live a free and proud Syria." Although the post was quickly deleted, it sparked a wave of emotions and questions. Why would Manal, a member of the ruling Assad family, take such a drastic step and change her stance so publicly? In her marriage to Maher, they had 2 daughters and a son. Known for her love of horseback riding, she even founded her own riding club. But her background complicates the story. Manal comes from a family opposed to the Assad regime. Her sister Majd is a well-known opposition activist. So how did Manal end up marrying into a regime her own family so strongly opposed? Manal's father, Tawfiq Jadan, was once a prominent member of Syria's ruling elite, but fell from grace when Hafez Assad rose to power. Forced to leave the country, he relocated to England, where he built a successful career in finance and accumulated a considerable fortune. Unlike her politically inclined sister Majd, Manal showed little interest in politics. Majd frequently discussed Syria and its struggles with their father, whose views deeply shaped her beliefs. Reflecting on her upbringing, Manal once said, "My father used to talk to me about Syria and its political struggle." But how did Manal, with such a background, end up marrying one of the most ruthless figures in the Assad regime? The story began when she met Maher through mutual friends at the age of 17. While her father and sister strongly opposed the relationship, her mother and brother supported her decision. By the early 1990s, despite their past tensions with the regime, Manal's family was granted permission to return to Syria. 20 years after they first met, Manal and Maher finally married in 2003. The event was far from joyous for her family. Her father, unable to bear it, suffered a fatal heart attack just 10 days after the wedding. Manal's sister Majd still recalls a shocking incident from her own wedding, where a furious Bashar Assad threatened her with a knife for daring to voice her disagreement. By 2008, Majd was forced to flee Syria due to ongoing conflicts with Maher. This raises a critical question. Did Maher abandon her family values for the allure of power and wealth? The Assad family's reign was synonymous with oppression, human rights abuses, and silencing dissent. As Maher's wife, Maher inevitably became entangled in the dark deeds of the Assad clan. Her silence and reluctance to take a public stand drew both suspicion and criticism over the years. Her recent Instagram post seems like an effort to break away from her past. But can her motives truly be trusted? Manal now appears to be trying to protect her reputation and wealth while ensuring her safety. Her public support for the new government and her condemnation of those who betrayed their families and homeland have been widely criticized as hypocritical. Many believe her actions stem from self-interest, rather than genuine remorse or a change of heart. Can someone who spent years as part of a repressive regime suddenly be trusted, after switching sides and aligning with her family's opponents? For decades, the Assad family built their immense wealth through corruption and exploitation, leaving ordinary Syrians angry and disillusioned. As a member of this powerful family, Manal undoubtedly enjoyed the luxuries and privileges gained through dishonesty. Her husband, Maher Assad, is the youngest of Hafez Assad's 4 sons, and was often viewed as the second most powerful figure in Syria, right after Bashar. Known for his brutality, Maher had a reputation as the most ruthless and thuggish member of the Assad clan. Following the death of his older brother Bashar in a car accident, many believed Maher would become his father's successor. This decision stemmed from family dynamics. One of the older brothers, Majid, suffered from mental health issues, while Bashar was widely regarded as lacking the qualities needed to lead the country. Despite Maher's ambition, Hafiz Assad chose Bashar as his successor, deeming Maher too hot-headed and volatile for effective leadership. In 2008, Maher Assad oversaw the brutal suppression of a prison riot in Sednaya, where approximately 25 inmates were killed. Human rights organizations claim to possess video evidence showing Maher photographing the mutilated bodies of prisoners after the riot, further cementing his reputation for cruelty. Recent reports reveal that Maher was captured at the Lebanon-Syria border alongside Ali Mamlouk, the head of Syria's General Security Directorate. Their attempt to flee ended in failure, and both are now undergoing interrogation. Before his capture, Maher vowed to return and lead the resistance, a statement that continues to spark controversy. But this idea is pure nonsense. Syria is now celebrating the fall of the Assad regime, and it's clear that Maher's best option is to run and hide. Maher was also a key target for many intelligence agencies holding crucial state secrets. He had detailed knowledge of the Assad clan's secret networks, including the Captagon Empire. This made him an extremely valuable asset for intelligence agencies worldwide. The hunt for Maher started as soon as it was clear that his brother Bashar had fled to Russia. Interestingly, it seems Maher didn't trust the Russians, or perhaps he believed he could survive without their help, fearing that Moscow's price for saving him might be too steep. Why share his secrets when he could keep everything to himself and disappear into the shadows? That's exactly what his older sister Bushra did when she moved to Dubai in 2012, where she has lived peacefully ever since. The Assad family amassed a fortune through numerous Swiss bank accounts, real estate and businesses across several countries, including Romania, the UAE, Austria, and Argentina. International experts warn that recovering the stolen funds to aid in Syria's reconstruction will be a challenging task. For instance, of the $54 billion accumulated by Muammar Gaddafi's regime in Libya, only a small fraction has been recovered. Just $12 million for a mansion in London, and $100 million from accounts in Malta. There's still hope that Syrians can reclaim more from the Assad family's hidden assets to help rebuild their country. What do you think of Manal Assad's actions? Is her Instagram post a sincere gesture or merely an attempt to win favor with the new government? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.